The thief does not come except to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly. There's a whole lot in that little verse, but what does it mean? Well, howdy, world. Thank you for joining me today, and let's get into that together. All right, so we've got John chapter 10 today. More specifically, John chapter 10, verse 10. We are explaining that, but we can't really unpack that unless we get into a lot of the surrounding material. So let's go ahead and get into it. Verse 1. Most assuredly I say to you, he who does not enter the sheepfold by the door, but climbs up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he who enters by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the doorkeeper opens, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. And when he brings out his own sheep, he goes before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. Yet they will by no means follow a stranger, but will flee from him, for they do not know the voice of the strangers. Jesus used this illustration, but they did not understand the things which he spoke to them. Then Jesus said to them again, most assuredly I say to you, I am the door of the sheep, and all who come before me are thieves and robbers. But the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved, and will go in and out and find pasture. The thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd gives his life for the sheep. But a hireling who is not the shepherd, one who does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees. And the wolf catches the sheep and scatters them. The hireling flees because he is a hireling and does not care about the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and I am known by my own. As the Father knows me, even so I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they will hear my voice. And there will be one flock and one shepherd. Therefore my Father loves me, because I lay down my life, and I may take it again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down to myself. I have the power to lay it down, and I have the power to take it again. This command I have received from my Father. Therefore there was a division among the Jews because of these sayings, and many of them said that he has a demon and is mad. Why do you listen to him? And others said that these are not the words of one who has a demon. Can a demon open the eyes of the blind? So what we have here is a door. And chickens. But most importantly, we have a door, okay? There's a door. There's a structure with a door in it, and to get in the structure, I go through the door, right? We don't have sheep in here. This isn't a sheep pen. This is a horse barn. But I feel like the same concept can relate, right? The horses, they come in here for food, water, and shelter. And for them, there's only one way in. It's that door right there. That's how the horses get in. This is how the people get in. The familiar people. The people that know the horses by name, and who the horses, they know their voice. So if I want to get to heaven, if I want to be closer to God, the only way I'm going to get to there is through Jesus, through the repenting of my sins and proclaiming him as my Lord and Savior, and believing that he is the Son of God, and that he died on the cross and he rose again on the third day. So Jesus is the door. The only way that I'm going to get there is through him. There's no other way I can go in, because if I try to go in any other way, then I'm a thief, right? Here. I can't go in that door, because that door locks from the inside. So if I'm breaking through that door, then I'm not familiar. I'm not safe. I'm probably going to upset all the horses that are sleeping here if I'm trying to go in through that door. I can't come in through the skylights right here, because if I do, besides just, in general, making the roof look a little worse, and probably breaking some things along the way coming down, I'm going to make a ruckus, and I'm probably going to disturb all these horses. These can be very flighty creatures. So I can't come in through the skylight. That's a bad idea. I can't come in through that window right there. There's more windows, but that window's got wire on it, so I'm going to cause more damage trying to bust the wire off, and even then, it's a tight fit. And all that ruckus is going to disturb the horses. So for me to come in, I can't come in through that door. I've got to come in through that door. Same thing. Same thing with God. Same thing with Jesus. The only way you're going to get to one is through the other. You have to get to God through Jesus. And there are those flighty creatures who know my voice, and I know their name. And they understand that when they come through this doorway that I'm standing in, they're coming for food and water and shelter. When I'm coming through Jesus, I understand that I'm getting salvation for my soul. That I am getting freedom, not just from sin, but I'm getting freedom from death. Although this physical body will die, my soul will live on. I'm getting all the things that come with abiding in Jesus. I'm getting Him who knows me. He knows all of my wants, all of my needs. He understands all of my doubts and fears. And as long as I abide in Him, He'll abide in me, and He will comfort me when these things trouble me. He will provide when I am lacking. And for every chance encounter where I can go wrong, where I can stumble and fall and stray, He provides the way out. God will not tempt you without also providing the escape from that temptation. But you can only do these things through Jesus. See, I'm in the pasture right now, and even though I'm approaching, a certain someone is also coming up to me. These guys over here, they were all the way over there. And then we came in the pasture, and now we're getting closer. Because they know me. I am familiar to them. If I call them by name, they might not necessarily come straight to me, but they'll look at me because they know the sound of my voice. They know all of the inflections that I have and understand that they're safe here, They don't have to fear anything because they know that when I come out here, I'm just coming to take care of them and love on them and give them treats and hay and all the wonderful things that make them happy horses right now. Here's another set of very flighty creatures. And as you can see, their little hut, there's only one door. They got a window in the back. Well, there's only one door. There's only one way that the humans are going to come in here and let these guys out so they can go exploring and eating and drinking. And at the same time, they know when it's time to go up at night, there's only one way that anybody's going to come and close it right here in front of them. Because they all roost right up there on this little blue strip. So they're going to see you coming when you come to shut the door. And they know that, they're coming to take care of me and make sure that I'm good and I've got my shelter for the night. It's the same thing. It takes time. Even getting them full grown or getting them, it takes time to develop just enough of a bond that they understand that this human's good and he's going to take care of me. This funky Chinese chicken right here, same thing. You couldn't used to touch him when he would perch up. And now, if he knows you, you can get some rubs on him. He's still a little funky and he'll peck at you, but he trusts the people now because he understands that the people are good. The people are there to take care of him. We give him the food. Really, that's all he comes for. He just comes for the food and the company because he's all alone now. He doesn't have any of his other guinea friends. But stranger walks up on this property, might run away from you. He probably is going to run at you. Let's tie it all in. Got some parallel verses here. I got Isaiah 40, verse 11. He will feed his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs with his arm, and he will carry them in his bosom, and gently lead those who are with young. So he's going to take care of you. And he looks after the widows and the orphans, as we should. That's what he calls us to do. Right, we got Ezekiel 34, verse 12. As a shepherd seeks out his flock on the day he is among his scattered sheep, so will I seek out my sheep and deliver them from all the places where they were scattered on a cloudy and dark day. So even though the world may come along and send you to and fro in different directions further away from God, he still remembers you, and he will still do it his best, and he will come back for you. And then further on, verse 23, I will establish one shepherd over them all. He shall feed them. My servant David, he shall feed them and be their shepherd. This is a prophecy that came through. Jesus was, he came from the line of David through Joseph, his earthly father. And he's the one shepherd. Like it says in John, he's the one shepherd. And he brings us all together. And he is the one way that we are going to get back to it. The only way. So this verse right here that we're going on about, the thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. It's all a thief can do, all he will do. But I have come, this is Jesus, I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. And the only way we're going to get that is if we go through him. He is the door. I hope this was good for you guys. I hope that it edifies you. I hope that you find blessing in it and encouragement. And just take this, use it to grow yourself spiritually, use it to help somebody else grow spiritually. God bless you guys. Thank you for all you do.